Pressure on friends to be perfect. Craziest thing I did for love. Was it love? No, that I did in a relationship. Maybe at the time it was love, but nah, just something crazy I did in a relationship. And then some cheat codes people share that actually work in real life. This is what we'll be serving you on our menu today. Welcome to the KELEWELE Hour Podcast. Mm. Once upon a time, I was in love. I loved someone. I was head over heels. I mean, rolling your heels hand for somebody. Yes, I was dying for someone. And what happened? I was in school at the time. I was in a business school. So there's this exam that you write, ABCE, Advanced Business Certificate Exam. Yeah, so I went to like a business school for like a few months to write that exam. And I was dating a guy who was introduced to me by a friend. He lives in Kaswa and I was living in OEB. So those of you who don't know where Kaswa is, don't worry, you'll find out one day. Mm. And you know the Kaswa self, it wasn't even Kaswa like, oh, when you pick Trotro, you get that at Kaswa bus stop. When you get out the Kaswa bus stop, you pick another car to some junction B. I don't know whether it was under a tree. It had a name, Banchiasi or something. I don't remember. Then when you get down from under the tree, from that junction, I think it was like a 15 minutes bus drive from Kaswa station to that junction. You go and pick a taxi to Otamins. All this is going to make sense. Don't worry. Stay with me. All this is going to make sense. You pick a taxi to Otamins, and when you get to Otamins and you alight, right? I would now walk a hill, which was, I think, about 15 minutes or 10 minutes, about 12 minutes to his place. Thank you. And if you don't know where OEB is, one day you'll find out. I was living in OEB, Apollonia City ish, right? So here I was in love, and then the days that I have, I'm good with my English classes, like reading subjects. I'm good. So usually when it comes to reading subjects, if I don't go to class, I'll still pass my exam, right? So when it's time for a reading class, maybe we have I think the reading subjects at the time were human resources. So you have human resource class, or I think we also did English language as well, an English class. So when it comes to those classes, sometimes the teachers wouldn't even come, or like something will happen and then they'll have to skip to the next week. And I would wake up as early as 3:30 a.m. right? Because why if you don't go early, traffic the show. And like you want to spend time with your man, like I just wanted to spend time with my man. So I wake up early as 3:30. And my dad leaves the house early because he works at Spintex. So he also leaves, I think by 5 o'clock he has left. So me, I wake up at 3 when my dad leaves me to have left. But obviously my dad does not know that I've left that early. Daddy, I'm sorry. My dad doesn't know that I left that early, right? So I pick Aboboya from my junction to OEB junction. Pick a Trotsky, Chotro, that's the public transport, from OEB junction to Medina. Sit in Kaswaka, wait for the car to load. I think I get to Medina by 6. Yeah, if not 5 something, because the bus usually, I time myself, the bus usually moves around 6:15 ish, some ways be. And see, when I leave when we leave Medina, we get to Kaswa around roughly 8 o'clock. Around roughly 8 o'clock, 8:30 ish. Then we already know the route I'll pick from Kaswa, station to the under the tree somewhere be some road. I don't really remember the name of that stop, but I think it will be about 6-7 stops from Kaswa Junction, which will be approximately 15 minutes. I said that already. And I go through that whole phase just to go and visit this guy. And I used to visit him about 2-3 times a week. And by then, transportation was not cheap. I know things are still hard in Ghana right now, but transportation at the time wasn't cheap. Going from Kaswa and coming back used to cost me about 14 CDs at the time. And I go there 2 to 3 times a week to go and visit my man. But this is the twist. Come to find out, the man them likes my friend that doesn't like me. I'm like, because there were some things that he used to do. Like I used to observe. I'm like, nah, boy likes this girl. But when I confront him about it, he's like, oh, he's not that deep. He's not that thing. Like it's all in my head. It was just like getting closer to me, or like he was in a relationship with me to get close to her because she was dating his friend. You see the love triangle over here. Yes. So luckily for me, I was not too deep in love. I just bounced out as soon as that. And I think he was kind of coming to use this excuse to break up with me. I say, hey. Look, I know the reason why. Let's just end amicably. And we ended things amicably. So I think after that experience and a couple other experiences I might speak about one day, but not today. I don't really like link ups, like, oh, meeting someone I like through a friend. It's something that it have tear my eye up. Like, and I feel like sometimes it's not good because if you see some relationships like Meghan Markle met Harry through a friend, like there are some relationships that you observe, oh, they met through someone and then it worked. If I like you and I find out that, oh, once upon a time you've liked my friend before or you had a crush, teeny tiny, I will just sign out because I don't want trouble. I don't want trouble. So yeah, for some years now, I don't do link ups. No. I either find you or you find me. I remember so, when we broke up in school, he wasn't in my school though, no. But word spread, like I spoke about it to some of my friends and they were laughing at me. And then my class people found out that, like, bro, you were traveling all these pilgrimages. And then they started nicknaming me Philomena Pitinge because of the guy's name. So, so that was one crazy thing. That was one wild, insane thing I did for in a relationship. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that beats that because me, I don't really cook for some. Like I wouldn't wake up and cook for you if you're my boyfriend. If you're coming to visit me and I've cooked, you can eat. But relationship where like you see girl, no, I'm sorry, I don't do that. Like I haven't fallen that deep in love to make me wanna cook. Hey, cooking is not easy. Like, guys, let's have this conversation, right? Cooking is not easy. I'm not saying that when I get married, I won't cook for my husband. No, but let's just understand. Like, I want us to agree to disagree that cooking is not easy. Like, I really admire women, ladies, girls that love cooking. Like, my man is hungry or they are hungry, they just go and put food on fire. Just dicing onions, slicing. Wow, those are the real queens. God being so good, he provides money for me to order food, or he provides friends that like cooking, that I can eat their food, or a sister that can cook, like my sister. I really love her food. My mom, yes, but until God massages my heart, and I also love cooking, so I can cook for my husband and my kids with so much love in my heart. Until then, accept me as I am, please. Until then, please accept me as I am. It's not my fault. I promise it's not my fault, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there very soon. I would love cooking, but let's be honest, cooking is not. It's not the flow. Like I admire girls that can. Honestly, I admire, respect people who cook as a business, girls who love to cook, like men who love to cook, like any human being that loves the art of cooking. Me, I love the art of eating and helping you hold conversation whilst you're cooking and I'm entertaining you. Yeah. I love to support. I can support you in the kitchen. But the idea of Wow, I'm so hungry. I want to just be cutting onions and be crying. And, and those who like fresh food every day, I salute you. Praise thanks general indeed. But but yeah, that's the wildest thing I've done. Everything I don't really wash, like I will not wake up at 5 a.m. and wash someone's clothes. Like I don't wash. Nah, like I saw this on Buns and Rants, and I was like, oh, this is a cool story. Hey, yeah, Buns and Rants, Kojo Sheldon. I was like, this is a cool story. Let me also pitch in. Yeah, let me also pitch in. Like other girls cook for a man, hey, wash for a man, drive for a man. Like me, my own is waking up early to be traveling pilgrimages, to be touring Ghana, to be touring the world, to not going to be visiting somebody who does not even like me. But it's cool. It's cool. Lesson learned. Eye open. We move. We move. People share cheat code that actually work in real life. So this is a thread I saw on X, formerly Twitter. This is the first one. Listen, just to listen. Always say less than necessary and listen more. You learn a lot about who people really are, positive or negative. And this I can agree with because coming from a talkative, when I learned how to keep quiet more in certain situations, this cheat code works. I'm a yapper. I know. I love to talk. I love to have conversations. But when in certain situations, I learned how to just shut up. Realize that, oh, okay, there's more in observing than yapping in some situations, right? So, yeah, this person didn't lie. If you pay evil for evil, they won't do you evil any longer. I'm sure that also works. I don't really remember something evil I have done to someone after they did me evil because I'm forgetful like that. You can offend me and then I'll forget that you've offended me and we are still cool tomorrow. Unless like what you did was extreme. If I remember something evil that I've done to somebody, I'll come and say it over here. We don't gatekeep evil thoughts. This is the one. For men, winning starts when you learn how to control your lust. Look, this is not a lie. I promise this is not a lie. If it started from the Bible, Samson, David, yeah, David when he slept with somebody's wife and then God cursed him and his child died. Da, 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 da. Forgive me if I'm not quoting straight from the Bible. Men, please learn how to control yourselves, okay? It's not every hole that you have to enter. There are some men, successful men, that they thought they had money. Then you hear, oh, one woman is accusing them of essaying, of rape. Then their business goes down, they lose their money, fighting lawsuits here and there. Somebody, you don't know what some woman is carrying, you don't know what people are doing behind closed doors. You go and sleep with somebody and then your life will never be the same. It applies to women as well, but this person said men, so we're gonna attack the men because you lot are fond of doing that. Everything you want to be hitting. Oh, you people should fast small. Fast. Like personally, a guy who doesn't know how to control himself is a turn off for me. Like I don't even have friends like that. Like I know you as an individual that you are sleeping on. We cannot even be friends because I don't want your demons to be disturbing my aura. No, you and your demons should stay on the left side over there. Why stay in the light? Borrow small money to financially irresponsible people around you and watch them scamper and avoid repayment with excuses. They will think they are smart, but you don't use 5K, 10K, block them from imminent bigger billings and debt requests. They always play themselves. Well, that is true. One thing about me is if I borrow you money and you say you're going to pay on Tuesday and I don't hear from you on Tuesday, I don't hear from you on Wednesday, I don't hear from you on Thursday, and I text you, the maximum I will ever remind someone to pay back my money is twice. If I text you once and then after texting you once, I feel like I don't want to remind you again. That's the end. Don't even bother asking me for water when you're thirsty because I won't even give you my pee. Hold your source of income tight. That one there is true. If you don't hold it tight and then, like, for instance, a lot of rich people say they don't have friends, right? They just have people who hover around them to take advantage of them. If people know that, oh, you make more money, you make certain amount of money, and then you also start feeling guilty that, oh, you want to help everybody, it's just a waste of your income. You're just wasting your time trying to help people when at the end of the day, when it's time for you to get help, they'll tell you that your help cometh from the Lord. Into source of income, no, hold it tight. Whether you're an entrepreneur, you do 9 to 5. That I will agree with. Don't work hard, work smart. I love you shouldn't be a word, rather a feeling. I think, yeah. Personally, when I tell someone I love them, I feel like I'm lying. Like, I just feel it in my gut. I don't know, when I say those words, it feels like a lie. But from the things I would do for you would prove that I I love you or I don't love you. You get. So I'm more of like an action speaks louder than words. When I say I love you, like, I'm not saying it's fake, but I don't know, I have this imposter syndrome kind of like, oh, I'm lying to the person. Like when I say it verbally, like I love you. But when I do stuff for you, I think that's more, I feel more like I love you when I do stuff for you than when I tell you I love you. Because I can say I love you and then tomorrow I'm planning to poison your drink or something. I don't know. God forbid, never do that. And work hard, not smart. I think we all know that. 2025. Don't overshare. Don't overshare. Don't overshare. It's hard, but it's necessary. It is. And coming from someone who used to overshare a lot, I think I had one of my friends tell me recently that I barely like share personal details. Like I barely talk plenty about my personal life. Yes. Like once in a while, yeah, I'll just talk about a problem or two, but I've learned to keep some stuff to myself because I realized that everybody else, well, not everybody, but a lot of people keep stuff to themselves, and I would have to find out from someone else, or like I'd have to find out in ways that they didn't expect me to find out. It's like, oh, so me, I'm sharing my own with you, you're not sharing with me, and funny enough, they would end up judging you for some of the things that you are doing, and then they are keeping their own on their chest. So I've learned from them that, yeah, me too. Let's all be keeping some of the things inside our chest. Like, unless you have like some one or two trusted friends, be that you can trust them. But even with that one, just overshare to the Lord, okay? To Allah, to the Lord, overshare to your make. Whenever you return something and it's faulty, when you return it, don't accept a lower or higher quality. You are likely going to get cheated multiple times. Let them give you the exact thing you bought. No matter what you do, if it's not meant for you, it will never be for you. This is a fact. Now, we are going back to my Kaswa story. And please, nobody should call me the Kaswa girl because I'm not the Kaswa girl. I'm the KELEWELE. I just come here to sell you KELEWELE stories. Yes, that's how life is. It didn't work. Even at a job, you find out that sometimes some people be like, you see some people like they're all over the place trying to make people like the boss notice them or something like that. Like there are instances where that is good, but there are some people that they just overdo. You realize that, okay, please, how much are they paying you for all this oversabi that you are doing? But anyway, it's not my business. But yeah, I do believe that if something is not meant for you, don't stress. What is not meant for you will not meant for you. Whether you decide to bake yourself, fry yourself, whatever, if it's not for you, it's not for you. If you want to get the attention of a rich person, Don't ask them for stuff. Give them stuff. Works every time. Everybody's already asking them. So giving them stuff will single you out. There's more in giving than receiving. If you're always waiting to receive something or you're always asking people stuff, there are people that when people see your call coming through, they don't want to pick. Like, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think I've ever wanted to get the attention of a rich person because to me, in my mind, I feel like they would assume I'm doing stuff for them because I want something. If I genuinely want to gift you something, I will just gift you something. Unless maybe it's a business kind of thing that's okay, give and take. I'm giving you this value in exchange for the kind of network that you give me. Hey, that one is different, completely different. But as friends, and my friend is rich, if it is pen that I can afford, I will give you pen. Those that will buy you the Pandora will buy you the Pandora. I mean, it's pen that I can afford. And I know that the pen is from my heart. The day that I'll force and buy something that, oh, this person will like, I'll save up money and also buy you something nice that you like. Build your credit score with local retailers around you. You might need it someday. Sometimes purchase something and don't pay, even though you have the money. Then repay it earlier than the promised date. Do this consistently and sometimes leave the change too after paying for the items you bought on credit. These things, they help. This is true. This is very true. And I think before I read this, it's something I actually practice already when it comes to buying stuff and then building trust with people. Connection can slash about 60% of your struggles. And it's true. It's true. Just about 10 minutes ago, I saw this video with somebody reposted it on Twitter. A video Amabella made, and she was like, people that are putting pressure on themselves, like maybe they watch her and then they look down on themselves that, oh, they are not doing well for themselves. She had a push from family members, a push from here, there, and it made so much sense. And it's true. If you have an upper hand somewhere, obviously 60% of your problems will go away. If I had like some rich uncle, they'll buy me some nice setup, I also have some of the fancy mic, and then they'll invite, like, if they had connections with like some cool YouTubers. Oh, we'll have a panel, like, big ass podcast. But my podcast is still big though, still big, but yeah, it would have been bigger 2 weeks ago. You go tell them that I sent you. That statement sweets me pass. Go tell them that I sent you. I want to be that kind of person that someone will call me and I'll say, oh, just say that Eileen said you should come. Hey. The name is heavy. Oh God. That I just want to be that kind of person that they just mention my, oh, you just tell them that Eileen said you should come. They know what to do. Hey! Then they'll just give you princess treatment. Then they just make your life easy for you. Oh my Jesus, my Lord and face now Savior. On God. On God. When you feel like you make a lot of money more than someone and you have that guilty feeling and you feel like you want to be a philanthropist, you want to just be helping everybody, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You don't have to necessarily be deliberately selfish and keep to yourself, but you always have to remind yourself that people who always like taking, they are the selfish ones, right? There are some people who notice your generosity, that, oh, you have money and you have a weak spot for people who don't have, and then the only thing they know how to do is just be milking till you become as lean as the 7 cows in the Bible. Yes, you always have to have limits to securing your income. That, oh, okay, maybe when you're budgeting your salary, you have some 10% that, oh, this 10% of my money, just in case somebody needs help, this is where I'm going to take my money from. Once that 10% is finished, discipline yourself. Even if somebody's head is on fire, you cannot save everybody. it's not your responsibility. I know sometimes as Christians we get that guilty feeling that, oh, what if something bad happens to somebody and you had the money? At the end of the day, God for us all. You just have to pray about these things and then like have discernment as well. You get that you don't always find yourself in a situation where you are giving because you feel like you make enough or you make so much money and then other people don't have, and then you just want to Santa Claus your way in everybody's life. No, no, you have to have discernment. You have to have boundaries to get it. Because at the end of the day, you see how when a lot of people fall, everybody just disappears. Yes, God forbid that that will happen to you. But when you fall, unless you have like a very strong core friend group or very good friend that can hold you down when you are down, everybody will just run away. And it's the reality of the world. It's even in the Bible in Proverbs. So I do hope these cheat codes were useful to you. They have been useful to me. Some of them I knew before I read these, and some of them I'm learning something new. So I hope you learned something new from there. Next on the menu, pressure on making your friends perfect in a friendship. I believe by now we should have this agreement that your friends can't do everything for you. Like sometimes I can see some posts that, oh, if you're my friend and then you cannot bring business idea, come on, your friend is not a business analyst, right? I get it when it comes to maybe support or something. Like there's some one or two things that yes you expect from a friend. If you don't get from a friend, you're disappointed. But there are some things like business. Not everybody has a business mindset. Not everybody knows how to run a business successfully. Not everybody knows how to help you business wise, right? So that's why you section out your friends. Your friends cannot have it all. There are some friends that you have, they are just there for being there sick. Because even there are some people, Jesus' disciples, yeah, there are some of them that in the Bible we didn't really hear of them much. Most of the ones that you hear is Peter and then Judas. Judas Iscariot's camp with the apart from the betrayal. I mean, that's one thing that I remember about it. Apart from the betrayal, I don't really think there's any consistent mention of Judas Iscariot. I think just like the 12 disciples, everybody had what Jesus needed at a certain point in time. Doubting Thomas, yeah, until doubting Thomas until Jesus resurrected and he said he wants to touch his. Personally, for me, I'm still learning about the Bible, but correct me if I'm wrong, please. He wanted to now touch Jesus. I feel like with friendships as well, it's the same. I mean, genuine friendships, because there are also those friendships that um fake friends and all that, right? You can't get one thing from, you can't get everything from your friends. That's why there are podcasts these days. Right now, podcasts is a lot. There are business podcasts you can listen to. And I feel like people also concentrate too much on what can I get for my friend? What can I get for my friend? But you too also have to think about what are you also pouring into your friend. It's not only you getting, you get only you. You want business idea from your friend. You want location handouts from your friend. You want friend that has other connections that you can benefit from. You too, what are you also pouring? So if your friend is not bringing up the business ideas, you listen to the podcast. I'll put some of the podcasts in the description, in the description below, and you can also watch and learn. You too, what are you also pouring into your friends? If your friend is not bringing up the business idea, what business idea are you also bringing up? What business strategies are you also bringing out? What are you also doing, right? If your friends are not, the kind of friends that you have are not pouring those things into you, do it yourself. Look for the podcasts that will help you improve yourself business wise, motivational wise, spiritual wise. Since you cannot get that from your friends, you get, and then pour into them. Now if you're in a situation where you are pouring into them and then they are not receiving it, then you expand your circle and look for the kind of people that you can pour into each other. You get, instead of expecting every single one of your friends to know something about business and help you business wise and help you get money. Like, come on. Even when we were in school, the teachers will say that they are just there to guide you. You do your own research. When you are writing exam, they say don't copy and paste. Do your own research. So at the end of the day, you too, you also have to do some kind of contribution. So sometimes I'll be scrolling on TikTok or one other social media handle like that, and then you see somebody bitterly complaining about their friend this, their friend that, and I get it sometimes, but sometimes I'm like, instead of talking plenty, just you to just work on yourself. At the end of the day, when you add value to yourself, you attract people with value as well. Then your friends that don't add value to you, and then they won't also, benefit the value that you have to improve themselves. Obviously, like the Bible said, you cut off the dead branches, throw them into the fire. It's that simple. Someone not providing money ideas or business ideas or things that you feel like you need to improve your life doesn't make them a bad friend. There are some friends that when you are depressed, they are there to make you laugh. They are there to just keep you company in silence. They'll come and visit you. You guys can sit in silence. You can pour out to them. Like, we should just try and always, section our friends. That this is what this my friend is good with. Everybody has their weaknesses and their strengths. SWOT analysis. You analyze your friends that way. One person cannot do everything. All your friends cannot be everything for you. So that's why there's podcasts, there's books to read, there's so many other things that you can do. Influencers are there to get motivation or inspiration from. It's not all only about, oh, if your friends are not doing this for you, it means they're bad people. They should also have their struggles. Like the way everybody keeps to themselves. Maybe they're also having some struggles that they cannot tell you about and they cannot pour out to you the way you want them to. It's not their fault. They are not Jesus Christ. So, with that being said, let's learn to pour into each other. Don't be expecting too much. If somebody is not giving you something, give to them. If somebody is not pouring into you, pour into them. If it looks like you are pouring water on rocks, evacuate from that situation. Take yourself out of that situation and go on good soil where you can grow. Thank you for staying to the end of this wonderful episode. Like, guys, I really enjoyed talking to you. And I'd like to hear your views as well. Like, trust me, I love it when you guys share your views. I like to hear your views on this topic as well. What do you think? I want to know what's in your beautiful brains. Let's discuss, let's engage in the comment section. But there are some things that you cannot be sure of. You must take a chance. If you wait for the perfect weather, you may never plant your seed. And if you are afraid every cloud will bring rain, you will never harvest your crops. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 4.